Good morning, everybody! So today I am going to do a first impressions video on the BH Cosmetics Party Girl brush set and their 28-piece eyeshadow palette. So the brushes look a little something like this. So they look like this. It is a majority eyeshadow brush. There's not a lot of face brushes in this palette, so that looks like that. And the eyeshadows are really pretty, really neutral. The only thing I have to say about it is that the colors are really frosty, so I'm still trying to work with that one. Even the matte ones are really frosty. So if you want to see what I think about these brushes, then just keep watching. Alrighty, so I have already put on my primer, so I'm going to set it with this kind of yellow color here in the side, and I'm going to use one of their flat shader brushes to do so. So far so good. The brush is really soft, but the eyeshadow is a little too shimmery for my liking, but that was the only kind of like nude, my skin color, so let's just move on. So now with this kind of angled, I guess, crease brush, I'm going to take this top kind of like a bronzy shimmery color, and I'm going to try to put that in my crease. Okay, so once again, this eyeshadow is really frosty and shimmery for my liking. This brush was pretty good though to put everything in the crease, so I like this brush. So now, just because I'm going to try this other like tapered, I guess, crease brush or a blending brush, and I'm going to try to put the next color, which is kind of like a honey kind of color. I'm going to also put that in the crease. Okay, so I think I definitely like this brush better to put color in the crease, so I'm also going to add this dark brown color in the corner, and I'm also going to put that in my crease just a little bit to darken everything up. Okay, so now with that original flat shader brush I used to set my primer, I'm going to take this light brown color right here in the second row, and we're going to see how that looks like all over the crease. Okay, so it still looks alright. It's still a little shimmery for my liking, but that's okay. I'm actually going to take, I guess this is like a angled blending brush, and I'm going to see what that looks like if I just blend all the colors together with it. Alrighty. Okay, so now this is a brush I've used already. It's one of the like tapered or like pointy crease brushes. I'm going to put some color underneath my eyes with this, and I'm going to choose to use, I'm going to use this brown color up here. It's not necessarily the darkest one that we used already, but we'll see. Alrighty, so that's what we have. So now I'm also going to take their large angled brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of the black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to try to do a little bit of eyeliner, just so I can use as many things as possible. I'm going to take their smudge brush right now, and we're going to try to smudge all of that out. So far, just doing what I did, I think I love these brushes, but I just don't think I'm loving these eyeshadows. They're all so like frosty, and they all kind of look the same, but we gonna keep going. So now with their foundation brush and my L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder Foundation, I'm going to apply foundation. Okay, so I think that foundation brush, it worked fine to put on my foundation. I've never really used a brush that looks like that, so it was a little weird for me, but it did a great job and I wouldn't mind using it again. I don't necessarily see any concealer brushes or anything, so I'm just going to quickly do that on my own right now. Alrighty, so I have all of my concealer on, so now I'm going to use their large powder brush with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. And I'm going to set my face. Okay, so this was like the softest brush that I have ever used before, and I'm definitely going to throw away my other one now and only use this one because it's just so soft, and I feel like it doesn't mess up my makeup or anything because it's so soft. So liking it, liking it. Okay, so now with their smaller angled brush, I am going to use my Dip Brow Pomade, and we're gonna see how this works. So that brush, it did a good job of putting on my eyebrows, but it was really soft compared to the Anastasia one, so I have a feeling I'm going to stick to the other one, but this one will work to do your eyebrows. It was just a little soft, and I liked it a little bit more firm like the other brush, but still will do it if you had to. Okay, so now with their angled blush brush, I'm going to use MAC's See Me Hear Me, and it was part of their, I don't know what this collection was called, the one that looked like it had water all over it. So this is the blush, See Me Hear Me. Let's see if we can see it. So far it's looking like it's doing a really good job. Just like the only reason that I chose this blush in particular is because it is kind of dark and it's easy to go overboard. So that's why I was a little scared, but this brush seems like you really have to like get in there to actually pick up some product. So that's why I was scared that I would just have like total like pink anime cheeks, but it's looking pretty natural now, but you do really have to pat a little bit more than usual to get some product on the brush. But this brush is super soft and I like it, and because it's angled, I bet I could use this as a contour brush too if I decide to do so, but it's good as a blush brush. Okay, and just because I want to see if I can do a highlight with any of these brushes, I'm going to use that angled blending brush again that I used to blend my eyes earlier, and I'm going to see how that looks like if we put some on the high points of our face. So I will say that this brush is really good to put like a precise highlight, or I guess maybe like a precise contour if you want to, because it is angled, but this is really good for a precise highlight because I don't think I've ever put highlighter on my nose like that perfectly. I usually just like so this one was alright putting on a highlight. Like I said, I think you can at least contour your nose with it or put like a really harsh contour line, so it's pretty good. Alrighty everybody, so I have a feeling that's all the makeup that I can put on with these brushes because there is a lot of eye brushes in this kit. So here's the look that I came up with. So my ending thoughts are, yes, I do love these brushes. I am going to try them tomorrow with products that I'm more comfortable with to really get my full opinion on them. The eyeshadows are really pretty too, don't get me wrong, but they're really frosty, and I mean, they look really nice, and I have a feeling if you use them, you're just gonna have to use one of the darker colors on the edge to kind of put it on and make everything dark, because if not, everything looked kind of white with a little bit of brown. And so I don't know, they were nice, but I'm still gonna have to play around with those eyeshadows to see how I can make them work. So that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time.